The Frasier showrunners knowingly retconned one line of dialogue in Cheers by casting David Hyde Pierce as Niles Crane, but the bold decision paid off in a big way. Cheers and Frasier were two of the most beloved TV sitcoms of the 80s and 90s, respectively, but Frasier also beat the sitcom spin-off curse by accumulating a mind-boggling 108 Primetime Emmy Award nominations and 37 wins. Frasier's success was a combination of many factors, but one of the biggest reasons for the NBC spin-off sitcom's massive success was the wonderful and endearing character dynamics. The relationships Frasier Crane, Kelsey Grammer, fostered with the people and one dog in his life made for a sitcom that could effortlessly switch from hilarious to heartwarming to even heartbreaking. Frasier also made sure to invest heavily in the other main characters like Martin, John Mahoney, and Roz, Piri Gilpin, and the end result was one of the most comprehensive and nuanced sitcom casts ever. Now it's difficult to imagine how the show would have been received if Martin hadn't moved in with Frasier, and even if Frasier had never moved back to Seattle. However, one hypothetical was actually part of the lore established by Cheers until David Hyde Pierce came along and opened a massive plot hole before Frasier even began filming its pilot episode. Plot holes between an original series and its spin-off can often prove disastrous, but this wasn't the case for Frasier, as the decision to alter Frasier's backstory was well worth it in the long run. In a Frasier Season 1 DVD extra that was filmed in 2003, Kelsey Grammer noted how Frasier eventually ended up in Seattle with a whole family that had been dead before, frankly, or didn't exist after the events of Cheers. Infamously, Frasier lied multiple times about his family's backstory and current state while he was a side character on Cheers. Frasier claimed his father was dead on Cheers, while also being just as callous about his brother by refusing to even acknowledge his existence in any form. Niles was never mentioned, simply because he literally didn't exist, as just as part of Frasier's backstory on Cheers. He also didn't exist for Frasier until a casting director noticed David Hyde Pierce's resemblance to Kelsey Grammer. The showrunners made the decision to retcon Cheers, and it was a spectacularly successful choice. Frasier was never supposed to have a brother, but it's lucky he got one. Sheila Guthrie, an assistant casting director for Wings, brought Frasier's producers a headshot of David Hyde Pierce because of his notable resemblance to Kelsey Grammer. The producers were so impressed, they offered Pierce the role of Frasier's younger brother without an audition. The first time anyone witnessed David Hyde Pierce as Niles Crane was during the first table read of the pilot episode's script. Niles Crane would quickly prove to mirror the popularity of Frasier itself as the fan-favorite character, and Daphne, Jane Leaves, would provide the backbone for the sitcom's most memorable and longest romantic story arc. David Hyde Pierce would also garner 11 Primetime Emmy Award nominations for supporting actor in a comedy series and 5 Golden Globe nominations as well. Plot holes are typically viewed as negatives, but the Frasier showrunners went out of their way to create a Cheers plot hole thanks to David Hyde Pierce. Clearly, in the case of Frasier Crane's younger brother, it was worth it.